I am at the Jewel here at Changi Airport, and I am so happy to be here. Every time I come to Singapore, I've never come to T1 where the Jewel is, but there's only one problem today. It's too early. It's only 7 a.m, so this Jewel water feature does not start until 10 a.m. But in saying that, it doesn't matter because this area is fantastic. There's this whole kind of dome that covers the area and allows the sunlight to come through while the water feature is the main point of attraction. Around, there's a number of gardens. There's a Japanese garden right in front of me, and there's a number of little viewing spots where people can sit and listen to the nice music, just kind of take in the warmer climate that exists underneath this firmament in here in the Jewel area. So I'm having a look around before I head into town because it's still early. I'm going to spend some time here today. I'm nearly at the top of the Jewel complex. That's where the rain vortex comes down. In the background are the gardens, and just in front of me are the markets, the stores and the eateries. You've also got the trains in between the terminals going back and forward. So we're at Terminal 1 as well, but these train shuttles go to Terminals 2, 3 and 4. The Jewel complex costs up to $1.7 billion to build, and it attracts up to 50 million visitors a year. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now at the top of the Jewel complex in the Canopy Park. There's a piazza here with a number of kiosks and restaurants where people can come in here and have a drink, get something to eat and look out at the views. And there's also two different mazes, really big mazes at either end of the Canopy Walk, and there's two main gardens. There's a topiary walk and a petal garden as well, where you might like to spend some time. This place at the top, L5 is how it's accessible if you're going to go through the lifts. Great place to spend the afternoon, or maybe some downtime in between your flights, or maybe before your flight back home, just to go off with a real bang. Okay, so we've come a long way since we landed here at 3:30 a.m. in Singapore. Either way, the climax is about to happen. The intensity is building. There's probably a good 500 or 600 people surrounding the vortex at the moment. This is like an eclipse, so it actually feels like something amazing is about to happen. Let's see how good this is. 38,000 litres of recirculated rainwater is pumped up to the top, and then it comes down into the bottom, into the hole, and then it gets recirculated to the top again. Amazing. So if you come close enough, you'll have a different experience. You get to hear, see, feel the coolness that comes off the water as well. It's a good place to stand. Gets a little bit busy at the start, but people disperse after a while. Then you can come in. And if you come downstairs to B1, this is what it looks like from there. This is actually glass. It's double glazed and it's pretty thick, so you can't even feel the coolness of the water, or you can't feel the rush of the water running down the glass. It's well insulated. So here is a food court. Everything from Malay to Singaporean to Indian to Western cuisine, it's all here. And you also get to see this beautiful water feature, or as the water from the vortex rolls down, gets recycled, goes back up, and then the cycle starts again. So I'm now walking in Bugis town, and this place has a long history of trading because the name Bugis is actually named after a group of people who migrated here from Sulawesi in the 1800s. They set up many marketplaces, and I'm guessing the one I'm walking through now was one of them. Putting the Bugis people aside, there's other things that are going on here, like there's two worlds colliding. One, religion. There's a few temples here, Buddhist, Hindu temples, but there's also astrology, and there's a lot of palm reading going on, and card reading, tarot readings going on. I see it everywhere, and I can't decipher it because it's all in Chinese. A lot of people are getting their palms read, and a lot of people are attending the temples at the same time. And then there's this other thing going on. I'm not sure if it's a scam or not, but there's people that come up to you and ask to remove blemishes from your face. I don't know if they really can do it, but I've had a few people come up to me and say, oh, you know, a little blemish, we can remove it. No, I don't trust it. Can't get involved in cosmetic or any type of procedure, but just be conscious of that. You'll have people coming up to you wanting to fix blemishes on your face, out of all things. I've just come across something really interesting. We're in front of a Hindu temple here, and I'm seeing Chinese, ethnically Chinese people, or Chinese Singaporeans I should say, also praying here. At first I didn't understand what was happening. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, and this has happened in recent times to show solidarity between the two communities. Without going too far, we've located the temple where the devotees or the worshippers also worship at the Hindu temple. And here it is behind me. The Kwan Im Thong Hud Cho temple. This is a Buddhist temple, and there's literally like 200 meters or 100 meters between both of the temples. So this temple began in 1884. It's a Chinese temple, very popular temple here in the Bugis area. And we've got the worshippers that come out through this exit, and some of them head down to the Hindu temple. Like I said, they're right next to each other. I'm curious to understand whether the Buddhists pray in their usual way, or they adapt the way that they pray to the way of the Hindus when they go over to the Hindu temple. Very interesting to know. Food centre here in Bugis. This is a hawker centre, and these hawker centres have been famous in Singapore since at least the 1800s, when each of the different merchants would come into town and sell either their produce or food. The Malays would come in and they would sell their fruit and vegetables mainly, and satay. The Chinese would come in and sell their rice and noodles dishes, and the Indian community would also come in and sell their hearty curries and meat dishes. This place is absolutely bustling. There is so many people here. I'm sitting down to eat a chicken biryani. I cannot explain to you the fusion of amazing smells and the number of people that are here now at lunchtime at this hawker centre. It is absolutely bustling. The hawker centre is split up into different divisions. A section with Chinese food, there is also Indian food, and there's also desserts. So it's not just meat or noodle dishes or rice dishes. This chicken biryani cost me 7 Singaporean dollars, and I got a water to drink, which was $1.20 or something. Food is great, and by Australian standards or Western standards, despite the fact that it's Singapore, it's still cheaper.
Hi friend, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. How are you doing? Nice to meet you.
I'm good.
How long have you been here?
I'm in a couple of years, almost 20 years I'm here.
20 years?
Yes.
You're a veteran.
10, 20 years.
You enjoy it here?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah.
How about you?
Me?
How
I'm
about
a visitor. I'm a visitor in your country.
Really?
Yeah.
How long been here? A couple of days?
Day one.
Day one.
Day one, yeah. What are you selling here? Don't tell us.
A lot of drinks, hot drinks, cold drinks. We got a special tea with the milk.
What have we got here?
This is tea with the milk, it's very nice. This is tea we used to put a condensed milk in.
Is it tetarik?
Yeah, tetarik, something like that. You already know.
And your friend's name?
Yeah, my friend is special. He's a master here.
Yeah, he's the master.
Nice with you.
And what's the name of the shop so people come here?
Saturn drink stall.
Saturn drink stall. This you can see outside.
And it's
later
at
you can
the
check it out.
Almond Street
Yeah.
Walker Center.
You are right.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
okay.
right.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, take care.
So now I've walked up the road from Albert Street and I'm on Bugis Street. Quite a upmarket shopping mall they've created here. You can tell that these streets were once little pockets of entertainment, shall we say, and then they've put this glass roof over the top and they've made it like this really enjoyable place to shop, eat and drink. But this place also has a bit of a history. So in this area right here, during the 1800s, this was also known to be a red light district. Yes, that's right, a massive red light district. These areas housed a lot of women of the night, shall we say, that came here from Japan and even Europe to an extent, and they would work around here. And maybe behind me, you've got those traditional buildings with the little wooden windows that open wide up. Use your imagination. Something may or may not have been happening up there in the days of old, as you can see. Or they could have quite innocently been residences of people who lived here. I don't know. We'll need to look into it. But on this side as well, it's interesting to see that all of these windows have got those sliding or opening little wooden doors. And this area was known to have a lot of women of the night that worked here. These days, it's not that type of scenario. It's very different. It's very family orientated, just like many of the other places that I've been to, like Concubine Lane and a few of the other places I've visited in other Asian countries. The only thing Japanese I can see around here today are Japanese bakeries and noodle stores. I cannot see any nighttime activity, shall we say, happening around here. Very family orientated. So this place is just down the road from Albert Street, which is approximately 200, 300 meters away. As you can see, it's a big shopping mall these days. At the height of the trade of these nighttime activities in about 1904, there was over 130 licensed brothels in this area. By about 1920, all that disappeared. Although they were licensed, they were all outlawed, and this place eventually went through a transformation into what it is today, and that is kind of one big shopping mall. Borneo food is dangerously addictive. I can vouch for that. I've heard of the Singapore sling, and that's where I am now, but have you heard of the Borneo sling. If we were to look in there, that's their air-conditioned vents. And we've got a number of these benches that exist up here in the canopy walk that are actually vents disguised as benches. Really innovative.